did we meet?
How did we meet? Well, when a man loves him, no.
We met through his mom, actually. Um, she's no longer with us, unfortunately, but that woman was the greatest woman I've ever known. Like she was just everything. She actually was married to my uncle, my mom's brother, and so she knew about me. She knew I had sickle cell, and because she had she's always trying to come up with what do you call it? Like, what did she do for you? Like, she was trying to get you. She took you to Dr. Sabi,
Yeah,
and
she
she was always finding
she's very into
supplements,
herbs
and
and
natural remedies and things like that for you and your illness. She was always trying to, find something. And so because that was her thing, so she was like, she found out I had sickle cell, and she would get in contact with my mom and tell my mom about Dr. Sabi and try to get her to give me a package and things like that. And I knew of her, but I didn't really know who she was. And my mom relayed the message to me or whatever, and I was just like, you know, at the time, I'm like, I'm not really interested in herbs or, who's Dr. Sabi. To me, it was just Western medicine or nothing. I wasn't really into the whole holistic thing. I didn't really see the point. I didn't think it would work. But at my aunt's birthday party, that's when I think I met her face to face, I believe. Is that
2012.
is that when?
Mm-hmm.
2012. And I sat right next to her. We sat at the same table, and we just hit it off. And so then after that, she came to my house and sat down with me, and we talked. And it was just like her energy was just so. It was just like wow, you just wanted to be in her presence. She just has such a beautiful, loving spirit, and so it got me interested in the things that she was talking about. And so I had moved to Vegas in at the end of 2013, and I was doing bad. I was in the hospital, in and out, back to back, when I moved to Vegas. And so I was in and out of the hospital in Vegas. It was really bad. I was bedridden, wheelchair ridden. I couldn't walk. I just stayed in there for Thanksgiving. Christmas rolled around of 2013. I was in there. So she had called me. She was like, my son Dante, he's gonna buy you some herbs. I don't even think I knew if she had a son. I knew she had daughters, because my mom grew up kind of knowing her daughters, I think. Because our families are both from the Long Beach area.
We share a cousin. We are not related.
Yes, we do share a cousin. We are not really in a city. Everybody family know everybody. So so I knew of her daughters. Her daughters were my mom's age or around there or older. So when she said her son was going to buy me a package, I'm thinking, oh, how sweet, this older guy, he's gonna buy me some herbs. And so how old was I? Like 20, I don't know, 28. Oh no, what am I thinking?
26.
I was 26. Ooh, it's been that long. I was 26. So here I am, 26. I well, let me digress. So he bought me the package. He texted me or whatever, not package, some herbs. And so I wanted to thank him. She gave me his number, so I texted him to tell him thank you. Yeah, so I texted him, I think, to say thank you. Who did I text you first, or you text me?
No, you text me.
And then what?
And then it just went from there.
I think he was like
Making small talk.
making small talk with me, and it wasn't necessarily flirting, but I remember thinking like, is this old guy trying to flirt with me?
Wow.
I mean, not old, but here I am, a 25, 26 hot young thing in my mind, and
How old did you think I was?
I thought you were, you know, 40, in your 40s, like in your mid 40s, and that's 2 decades is too old for me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, I'm just like,
So she says.
I appreciate you, but this is just not gonna happen. So how did I find out how old you were?
Through the small talk, eventually you
I
asked
asked-
a question.
Yeah, because I was just like, how old are you? Like, how old is this dude? Like,
And I was 28.
and he was 28. I was 26, and he was 28. And I was like, oh, really? I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I thought, he's the youngest out of his siblings, so he's nowhere really near their age. Not that they're old or anything, but to me, as far as being 26, I don't want to date anyone 20 years my senior. So,
So she says.
so I said, that was never for me. So, once I found out he was 28, then we started, it was like, okay, cool. So I think we ended up like talking on the phone. And then I got to hear his voice, and I thought his voice was so sexy. And I think I was dating somebody at the time though. So it didn't go anywhere besides friends from there, but that relationship was a complete bust. Like I remember talking to his mom too. His mom's name was Alexis, and I remember telling her like I was feeling conflicted. Like it was a long distance relationship. I never even met this guy in person. The things you do when you're lonely. But anyway.
2 months later.
Right. Wasn't it like a couple of months later I ended up coming back to Long Beach to visit. My mom lived in Carson at the time, but whatever. Carson, Long Beach, same thing. I came home to visit, and I think I spent like one day in my mom's house. Like I went to his house, and that was history. I never went home. I never went back to Vegas.
I wouldn't let her leave. Not like no R. Kelly shit. Like she had the choice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't want to leave. Like it was just.
But in all of it, I respected her relationship.
Yeah.
We respected her
That relationship was over. Like before I came to Long Beach.
We talked as friends.
Yeah.
For a couple of months. Got to know each other. We didn't talk much because, like she said, she was in a relationship. She curved me. I was at a point in my life where I had things going on in my eyes. Like I said, where we'll talk about that. But I was actually blind for a particular moment in my life, and at that time, I was blind, and I had few people who were there for me at that time. Particularly friends, and so at a time when I needed a friend, she was a friend. She was a good friend too.
Aww.
So we talked sporadically, maybe once a week, and text here and there. But like I said, she was in a relationship, so we didn't talk as much as I may have liked at the time. But we talked, and eventually, as things ended with her and her current relationship at that time, we began to talk more, and there was a crucial period where she was in the hospital. I can't remember exactly when, and we talked for probably as long as we ever had, maybe a couple of hours. So that's when I think we really broke the ice, and feelings start to get involved. And after she got out from that hospital visit, plans began to be made where she was coming home to visit her mother, and that's when we finally met in person. And things picked up. We hung out for a total of probably 2 weeks before we made it official, which our anniversary date is July 25th, 2014. So we are currently at 4.5 years.
Yep.
Yay.
So, yeah, it was just, I had low self-esteem. I was still married legally, but I wasn't with my husband. And I just had low self-esteem from a lot of things, pertaining to that relationship and others. And I remember he looked at me and he said, "Do you know you're loved?" And it was just the way, like, that he made me feel like, wow, this guy really sees me. And like he said, he couldn't really see. Oh, he didn't even mention that he didn't really know what I looked like, even once I got there, right?
Yeah.
It took for once he had met my son and everything. My son had brought out a magnifying glass, I think, and he took that magnifying glass. It took for him to look at me through that magnifying glass to really see what I looked like. And we were already official a few months in, or what?
More like a few weeks.
Few weeks.
My glasses
Okay.
in September.
Okay. So but anyways, he made it official without even really knowing what I looked like. I could have been butt ugly. No, but I think we saw the best in each other, and we've been rocking ever since. Mm-hmm. So, so as far as our current situation, we do have plans to get married.
Keep an eye out for that.
We're currently in an apartment now, 2-bedroom apartment. Our lease will be up in like 3 months, 2 months. So hopefully we get to move to a house, have more space, since she's gonna be crawling soon, walking one, and she needs her space. So that's the current situation. So as far as, are we working? Not right now. We are going to school. He does already have his bachelor's degree in teaching. So he's just taking a few classes to kind of, well, you can speak for yourself.
I'm just taking some classes to get a certificate so that it doesn't just cover K through 6, but I'll also be covered for infancy through 4 years old, preschool, however you want to look at it. In the meantime, I have attempted to tutor, because that was my previous job that was going to lead me into my career.
You know how to hold your baba, lazy bones.
But when I say I tutor, people think I'm going to do it for free. And I didn't go to school for 5+ years to tutor for free. So, anyway.
So, yeah. Nobody would, so. But anyways, I never got a chance to get my degree. I'm working on that right now. I had to learn that having this disease, you have to go at your own pace. And just because my journey is slower than others, it doesn't mean that I won't get there. And so, my goal is to get my degree. What is it called?
Major?
Yeah, is early childhood education. So, I eventually would like to open up a nursery/daycare one day. Once we buy a house, and I want to build on that and open up my own nursery, kind of following my late grandmother's footsteps. She had a daycare, my grandma Lorraine. So I just have such a passion for the youngins that I want to have a nursery. So yeah, but in the meantime, I can work at a nursery or daycare until I open up my own. Um, so that's what we're doing. That's our those are our career goals. That's the situation, current sitch, and yeah, this is us. So
Yeah, guys. So we really hope you continue to follow on our journey. We'll be discussing our kids. You'll see videos of them.
yeah,
Some of the cool, crazy, funny, weird stuff they do. You'll see our bad days. You'll see what a good day looks like, an okay day, and everything in between.
other things you can expect from our channel besides vlogs is story times, plan with me because I am a planner babe. I'm a newbie, but I'm in there. Sickle Cell Sundays is what I'm gonna call my segments about sickle cell, about me and sickle cell, and more, a lot more. So yeah, just love life and chronic illness, baby. So yeah, see you guys soon. Thanks for following along on our journey.
See you soon.